the next page, wills. I'm sure we're all familiar with how a will works, and this is kind of the meat of the discussion. A will disposes of assets through the probate process. Probate process is the fifth floor hall of justice. Basically, when somebody dies, you take the will, you file a petition with the probate court, and you say, here's what the will said, here's all of their assets that we've collected, and now give us permission to distribute these assets according to what the will says. It's a lot more involved and complicated than that. The average probate is lasting 14 months or so. So there are ways to avoid probate. But that becomes a huge issue when you have one partner who's fully dependent on the other partner. They die and can't access the bank accounts, loss of Social Security money, loss of pension. So we're in an issue. We've got to sit down, talk about ways, how are we going to replace the Social Security and the pension? How are we going to transfer assets quickly and efficiently so that we're not tied up? The minimum amount of time if property passes through probate is 7 months. So we nominate an executor, and that's the person who takes the will and does the accounting and pays the estate tax if we need to pay estate tax. In my wills, I like to nominate guardians for minor children. This is an issue because if a guardian is not nominated for a minor child, well, who's going to take care of that child? And especially with same-sex partners with adopted children, if only one of them has adopted the child, you want to nominate your partner to be the guardian. And it's not an ironclad nomination, but it provides a presumption to the family court. The family court's going to look at a whole bunch of factors as to who should have custody of this child. So, and that's one of the stronger factors. The other benefit of the will, and this is one of the most important tools that I use in the will, is the ability to leave assets in trust for the benefit of other people. So you can leave assets in trust for your partner. You can leave assets in trust for a family member and then have those assets revert back to charity. In New York State, you can, like the GAGV, in New York State, you can leave $15,000 in trust to your pet. Statutory limit, can't leave more than $15,000 though, so that whole Helmsley thing was a mess. So I've discussed the probate process.